Hey guys, it is Tuesday, August 12th. And as you've seen on the community page and what I've been saying several times, both Winnie and Leah crossed the Rainbow Bridge. They both were going downhill, and my aunt and I just didn't want to see them suffer. But I did remember to give them both the best last day of their life. Winnie, the best week of her life. And I was there right with her when she was gone. I couldn't stay once they already did, you know? But it was not her anymore. I just couldn't see her lay like that. But I was holding her the whole time up until that point, and when it was that time, I was right by her side at the, you know, the little the table, and petting her. So she was at peace. And Leah, I was there with her too, but my aunt was always closer to Leah. So she was the one there comforting her. We did Winnie last out of the two. We were given the choice, and my aunt agreed Winnie can stay while Leah's getting it. And what stood out to me was that Winnie was watching the whole time with Leah, and I had to wonder how much she knew. But again, they weren't in pain when it happened. They were pretty much, you know, drugged, you know, in a good way. And they were completely at peace. Winnie especially, actually. I think Leah was the most aware, the most active about it. Winnie was just pretty much at peace with it. This is so hard to talk about, but I know that you guys would kind of want to sort of know. And then I didn't record yesterday again for obvious reasons. I wanted it to be about my aunt and I and us recovering. So guys know that even though Winnie isn't here anymore, she's always there with me. Like everywhere. Like it's a shock with a lot of things. Like I always had to watch my door, because even like if it wasn't locked, if I went downstairs, Winnie was right there. I can leave my door open now, and it's such a surreal feeling. Like I really miss having to look behind my back, but at the same time, I'm like, well, she probably is in here somewhere haunting me. But yeah, as I said, the next few days will be off for me, but I still wanted to bring the vlog because it's some consistency to me. But maybe I'll make a post about it later for you're aware of it. That you're probably thinking you got a couple of videos with her still in it, but that was post that day. Right? And because of the internet issue, I was not able to edit them, you know, earlier. We had the internet gone when they were gone, too. So those logs, like this one's going to be late, right, too. But I wrote what the date was that I recorded it. So you probably will still have seen videos of her past the date that I made that announcement. But that's because she was already in these videos. Heck, you might see some like Monster Energy or tasting videos that still had her in it, because I never got a chance to edit them. So she's still gonna be, as I said, she still is a presence here, and I'm glad about it, because every time like I do something that I've done with her, like edit videos, I'm like, hey boss, I'm editing our videos. Like I always joked that she had become my boss in so many ways, especially with YouTube. Like, even when I was recording videos that was meant just, you know, me, she would burst her way into them. Like I always said to my aunt, like, she knew what was important to me. Like, it's like she just knew what meant a lot to me and tried to be a part of it. Even if it wasn't always, but I just let it happen. Because her presence, like, who could ignore it? But yeah, again, today I'm going to take it slow with what I'm doing. I just did a unboxing video of the Hey Arnold DVDs that I got. You'll see this. I don't know if you've already seen it by then or you'll see it after this, so I don't know. Well, guys, giving you an update on my day. It's now past 10 p.m. I honestly didn't do very much besides record that unboxing video. I did attempt to shiny hunt again for several hours to keep my mind busy, and surprisingly nothing. This could tie with Nasil as a higher, counters, right? Which is weird. Usually the last few went very smoothly if I did it the correct way. This time it's like not showing up. But that's alright. It will eventually. Even Nasil did, so hopefully the next few days some normalcy will return, to this house. Like, as my aunt said, we're never normal, right? Like our family. But we'll come to a normal that, is us. Like, this will be the first time that we won't have anyone besides my aunt and I in this house. We used to at least have animals. Even my aunt, before I lived with her, had animals, right? But we both agreed, right, that at this point my aunt's health is, like, it's more important. Like, she's getting there in age that it's hard for her to keep up with animals, right? She absolutely loved Leah and Winnie, but we all figured it was time for both of them as they were also going downhill anyway, right? But at this point, she just can't do it with any new animals. As I said, her health, and plus she never wants to do what we did yesterday again. Because unlike years ago with my first dog, like, that was just 2 needles and done. This one got us waiting, right? Which in some ways for me was a blessing, but for her it just was too much. I understand her point too. Like, everyone handles it differently and needs different, accommodations, and they weren't doing it for me, right? But for me, it just happened that the waiting time made it easier, right? So, because I got to hold Winnie and talk to her and pet Leah, right? And they didn't force me to hold her, like, or to not hold her, right? Heck, I could have held her when they were doing the process, but I just couldn't, right? So it was, for me, it was not great. I mean, the situation is not great, but they made it for me, what they did made it as easy as it could be. But I agree with my aunts that I don't want to go through this still again. So I agreed right now it's best we do things how we're planning to do it, even though it is bittersweet, because just like with her, I suppose she wasn't without animals for a long time either. Even as a kid, I believe she had animals, right? And since I was 8 years old, which now I'm almost 34, I always had some type of animal. And we are still going to get occasional visits from the animals and our other animals in our life. So, like Bandit, for example. Again, you've saw him in the videos before, too. And there's another dog we had a lot before Bandit came around, and he's going to start returning to visit occasionally. So there always will be a little bit, but just not an animal that is full-time commitment to us. Which for my aunt, is great. So I know there wasn't very much today, but again, me just getting back into the swing of things after everything, there probably wouldn't be much today. Also, apparently we're going through a drought where I'm at, so I couldn't do any walking even if I really wanted to. I mean, actually, I kind of did a few times, right, since it happened, but it would have been way too hot, you know, for me to go out to the trail or anything. Even my aunt said that, right? So, trust me, 9 times out of 10, she knows what she's talking about. I'm just going to have to check over the next few days. Hopefully we'll get the internet back soon. My aunt is crossing her fingers for tomorrow. But if not, well, surprisingly, I survived since last Monday, which is a big thing for me. So let's just hope all goes well and I can get back to editing it so you can see the 2 vlogs that you've missed prior. I'm almost done editing 15. Yeah, I know, but everything went on and I had no internet to get proper material. There's a few more things I actually do need that I didn't realize I needed till it was a little too late. I went to Tim Hortons, as you saw in the last one, for those clips. Well, guys, it is Wednesday, August 13th, and I'm starting my day with a Irish Cream Monster Energy, but I'm also going to try one for you guys. It's since it's not enough to make a full video, I think it is the summer sausage, you know, Lunchable. And in this one, it has like cheddar cheese in the summer sausage. So, although I swear that it feels a lot smaller, and the crackers seem a little different too. I mean, just to me, it does. I mean, I don't know if it's just you, but like, yeah, the crackers definitely seem different, if you know what I mean. They're okay, actually, not bad. The only thing I'm unsure of is the crackers. I don't know why, but just not as good to me as the others. But the mozzarella and the summer sausage, I really like a lot. But I don't have many plans for today. We are hopefully getting internet back finally. Fingers crossed, but we're just waiting on the providers to come in. They said anytime from 11:30 to about 5:30, so it could be any time. So we're kind of on edge waiting for them, if you know what I mean. Well, guys, it is now 11:26 p.m. at night. I did sleep a bit, but the good news is we got our internet back for now anyway. Hopefully it'll work out for that collab next week. Yes, it's been a few weeks without a collab, but a lot obviously happened. So, I gotta thank my boyfriend for his patience and his understanding and his love during this time. I so much appreciate it. And honestly, I can't even express the gratitude that I have for him. But I also read a little bit of Garfield Rolls On, and I'm going to read a little bit more because I'm having trouble sleeping. Go figure. But at this point, I'm on page 61, so I'm like about 30 or odd pages away from finishing this. Yes, eventually the Questlog Booklogs 8 will be out. I'm going to play a little bit more games to either. I may not beat another one before the next one goes out, but I'm going to make some serious progress in some of them so I can have more for the next one. I also decided to redo that. I said there's a secret project that I'm going to do for you guys. I think I'm going to redo it because there's a lot more that I forgot to say when I did it the first time, and that it's more pliable now for me to do. So, you know what? Maybe better for it, right? And I'm looking forward to working on that project and uploading it for you guys some point. It is a little different again, like it was with that reading challenge. So, and it was a while since I did things different than the vlogs. So, but yeah, I still not believe that I am on week 17 of this. Like, 17 weeks. Yes, they've been uploaded at wonky times, but I still edited all the footage, and you know what days of the week I did record it on, so it just is uploaded later than what it actually should be. Well, guys, as you probably saw, the opening for today was actually a bit of a montage instead. But yeah, you'd see that it was Thursday, right? But at first there was a lot of people there, and I didn't really want to talk and disrupt them. So I figured now that I'm pretty much by myself here, I would give a proper opening to today. But yeah, I'm sitting at Tim Hortons, and I'm reading some Garfield rolls on and enjoying a nice water and a nice coffee here. I figured maybe once every now and then I would try to go down here and sit for an hour, even almost 2. Just, I'd let my aunt know, right? And that way I can kind of get used to being out of my room and out of the house, but still, and plus read. Because really, when I'm at home, I'm watching YouTube, I'm playing all my games. Yes, I brought my Switch with me too. But, just to have, if I needed a little break. But this here, when I'm here, I'm mostly going to be reading. And once the weather gets a little cooler, I might go on the trail and read and bring a coffee or something with me. And just try to make that a habit, being out of the house when I read. Where I can enjoy the scenery more. Figuring that might help me a little bit. Yeah, it's a Garfield comic. It's an easier book, but it's a start. Right, I want to associate reading as a good thing that I'm going to start doing more again in my life, if you know what I mean. So, guys, I don't know how long I'm going to be here. It's going to be longer, definitely longer than it was the last time, because I'm not relying on my computer's power. So, and plus, again, we got the internet back. You'd think I'd want to just stay there, all day, but I said, no, I'm going to get out. I'm going to do this and enjoy it. Well, guys, I actually finished reading Garfield Rolls On. I still got a little bit of iced coffee left, so I might either read some Goosebumps, It Comes From Beneath the Sink, or On the Banks of Plum Creek. I might read a bit of both, actually, but I'm not going to be here much longer. It's 3 o'clock, so. Oh my gosh, guys, I do not usually record this when it happens often, but my gosh, finally found a shiny. This was the first one that I found since after, I'm not going to go into it because I've already gone into it so much last week and a couple of days ago, so this is going to be a pretty special shiny. Here's a better look at him, guys. Honestly, I almost had to rub my eyes to see I wasn't dreaming. Actually, to be fair, I didn't even check Choodle's shiny, so I saw a big green thing. I'm like, what's this? And I was, wait, oh my god, are you serious? Finally! And I have shell armor. So that's not bad. I really like this. I can finally move on to another area. It's about darn time that I found him. It almost took me as long to find this guy as it took to find Naxil. So that's great. Well, guys, I'm actually trying another new lunch place, Kai Ball, so which I believe is some type of Polish sausage or something like that. I was curious, so I looked online. So this is very similar in some ways to the last one with the well, the crackers are definitely about the ones that I'm used to. And this is what I don't know what it tastes like, though, so actually, it isn't bad, actually. Sort of reminds me like when I had those garlic coils, like the meat, like a little different, but not bad. I think I still like it better than that other one, summer sausage, just a little bit. So figured that I would show you me trying that. Well, guys, I am now actually editing the Hey Arnold unboxing for you guys. Now, guys, I don't know if you again see this before or after this week 17's vlog, but I might try to get it out earlier before that, but try to get 16 out first, so the video will make more sense, if you know what I mean. I also finally got Life Without a Filter 15 out and on the channel, so I'm finally getting back into the swing of things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video whenever it does come out. It's really early. It's 11 p.m., so I'll be getting ready for bed. Well, guys, it is Friday, August 15th. And obviously you might have an idea what's going on. Just feeling really, really bad today. I'll just say, I might even say worse than... I never really recorded it because I wasn't recording Monday, but I felt awful Monday for obvious reasons, and might even feel worse than that, IBS symptom-wise. Like, of course that would happen. But actually my book, I think Garfield Eats His Heart Out, has come in the mail, and whenever I feel up to it, I'll record the unboxing for you guys. But right now I'm focused on feeling better, right? That's the main goal. And the other day I did kind of start reading on the banks of Plum Creek, but very little, because I did decide to leave shortly after I recorded that clip. I mean, all I had left was the ice water, and I sat there for almost 2 hours, which was great, right? It was really peaceful. I had some flare-up, but not serious, if you know what I mean. So, and I enjoyed the time I was there, and this book is actually, it's funny. These books are mixed bag for me. I love them. I meant story-wise, but I mean challenge-wise. Some of it is a little more difficult than Lily at this point, but it's just that I'm not used. It was a while since I read it, so it's a little less mythical, if you know what I mean. So it's more real, so it's a little harder for me to process than the cartoony or the fun. But I do like the character, I do like the story, so I just gotta get back into being a little more toned down. But I also, in case I just can't read that right now, I got this book to read, as I showed you before, so... I mean, I could read the Garfield one too, but I have to open it and do the unboxing, so right now I'm just focusing on these two right now. Honestly, I don't know what else I'm going to do today. It just depends on how I'm feeling, really. I was going to have the iced coffee I made up myself yesterday, but right now I just don't think I can. If you know what I mean. I don't think I even want to eat. That's saying something when Jazz doesn't want to eat. Right? But again, I've eaten plenty. I eat plenty all the time, so it's not the biggest deal holding off when I eat. I just want to try to learn to control myself. Like, I'm not feeling good. and I'm gonna try my best not to eat as soon as I feel better, right? I want to learn to hold off the eating, right? Like, I don't have to eat early, if you know what I mean. I have to hold myself accountable that this is why I'm feeling this way, that I eat. Like, I've been doing better in some ways. Like, yes, I overate the last few days, but sleeve of crackers, when you compare it to these things that I have been eating, right, is the better choice. I just have to learn to not even have to eat that. Well, for now, I'm out of the bathroom, and I'm drinking my caramel iced coffee, trying to. I'm not going to eat very much right now, but I'm going to just sip my coffee, and I'm getting stuff ready to edit Life Without a Filter 16. I want to try to get this out in the next couple of days. That way I can finally catch up with them. I recorded the unboxing video of the comic I got, like I mentioned, so I'm just taking today moment by moment. I didn't read any of the book, but I found an audiobook of it just to start with eventually. Well, guys, I actually recorded my Questlog Book Logs 8, which I feel awesome about, but I'm also editing week 16's vlog. I'm going to get some of my other stuff, done later, but I thought I would record Questlog Book Logs, and then the next book and games I read will go towards number 9. So I'm excited for you guys to see that. I'm doing my best to try to get as much content that you guys might like that I would like to. Which, again, I have to remember to re-record what I was doing for a project that I was talking about. I might do that later. I took a Gravol for my stomach. I was not feeling good, so I might zonk out soon. But I'm glad I got that Questlog Book Logs video done first. Well, guys, my aunt and uncle had come in. Now they're visiting my aunt. But they got me an ice cap, so I am going to be drinking that, I guess, to enjoy it today. And maybe I'll just want to have coffee or something tomorrow. So I haven't been doing very much. I did do a little more shiny hunting, but didn't get any shiny. Said I just started my next hunt. This will be for my 6th shiny. A big record for me, a team full of shinies. So I'm going to figure out how to transfer, the Pokemon. Like, I wanted to start a new game on Violet so I can do a shiny challenge there. I have 5 Pokemon there ready, so I figured, well, at least start the other file, if you know what I mean. Well, guys, it is Saturday, August 16th, and I'm walking to Tim Hortons. I'm actually going to sit in there for a while like I did a few days ago. I actually just beat the gym again, and I added Gligar, so hopefully that'll earn me some coins. I'm just going to start walking now rather than play a lot of Pokemon Go, because I don't want to use too much of my data, but I wanted to play a little bit. Well, guys, I am at Tim Hortons now, and I might choose one of these 4 books to read. I got my ice water and iced coffee. So, whatever I feel like reading, I'll read. If it's this or that, I'll be using the audio YouTube versions of it. And if it's these 2, I'll just be listening to something else. Well, guys, giving you a quick update. I've made some serious progress. I'm on page 44 on the banks of Plum Creek. I actually got to chapter 15 in Golden Compass, which makes me on page 247. And I've finished the coffee. I might read a little bit of this before I go. So yeah, I know that I made progress in different books, but I read quite a bit. Well, guys, I'm back from Tim Hortons, and I have my green beans and my burgers. I didn't read as much Goosebumps. I kind of got bored. I will read more later, I'm sure. But I did make a good progress on 2 books, so that's what matters. Well, guys, it's about almost 10:30, And I didn't do very much else today. I did edit quite a bit of Life Without a Filter 16. I'm working on Thursday now, I believe. So, I'm getting there. I'm trying to think of editing other videos sometime, maybe tomorrow, maybe a little tonight, including the quest log, book logs, 8, but I gotta find the right material for the games. The books aren't so bad, because I could show you physical representation pretty easily, but with the games, I have to kind of, I get so hooked to games that I don't often think of getting, pictures or footage, so I'm just gonna have to deal with that as it is. Hopefully my thoughts will be enough. I am going to try to get some pictures, but it may not be all mine, if you know what I mean. So, what else? Really, not much else. I read a little bit more of It Comes From Beneath the Sink, but not very much. So today, it was great. I got for a walk, and I got to sit in at Tim Hortons and get quite a bit done of both the Golden Compass and on the banks of Plum Creek. Besides that, it was just kind of an off day. But hey, I did something today, and that's what matters. Well, guys, it is Sunday, August 17th, and I'm on my way to Tim Hortons again. I'm going to be sitting in there again for a while. I actually lost a pound last week. I don't know if I forgot to tell you, I was 140. I gained a lot, but I'm back down to 139. So I'm making a little bit of progress anyway. I just beat the gym again and added my extra drill, so to get some more coins, but I'm trying not to play too much Pokemon Go now, because when I have most of the Pokemon that usually appear around where I am, and 2, it takes a lot of data to play, so it is what it is. Hopefully I'll get some more reading today. I don't know what my goal is in reading, but I'll tell you more maybe when I get there. Well, guys, I am at Tim Hortons. You may have saw clips. You might see clips in the middle or before, but there were people in the table right in front of me, so I didn't want to be disruptive to them. So what you saw is I had 2 books that I'm trying to read there. I have 2 other ones in there too that I showed you the last time, but I figured these 2 would be the ones that I focus on, and I'm reading It Comes From Beneath the Sink first, because the last time I attempted to read it later, so I figured I would get that done. I'm still reading it though, and I do have my iced coffee. I'm just starting to really drink it. But right now, I'm on page... It'll take a minute for me to get to. I'm on page 16, so I'm still reading. I started to read it, I'm still reading it, so it'll take me a little bit, but I'm enjoying the coffee and my ice water. Well, guys, I am back from Tim Hortons, and letting you know, between the 2 books that I said I was going to read, I read about 80 pages, a little less, a little more, probably a little more. So I made it to page 57, and It Comes From Beneath the Sink. So that I read about, according to where I last saved, I read about 50 pages, maybe 40. That's why I said a little less. Right, at least 40 pages of that. And when it comes to On the Banks of Plum Creek, I am now on page 81. So I read less, about 30 odd pages of that, a little less, again, a little more. So, I did pretty good. I split them up because I knew that if I had listened to On the Banks of Plum Creek first, I would have just kind of gotten bored of Goosebumps. So I read the Goosebump book first, which I'm glad I did. It was different, right? I'm just gonna say, the idea of a bad luck item that feeds on bad luck and has such strict things, if you try to get rid of it or give it away, you die, you hit a dig. That is a scary thought. Probably one of the most scariest thoughts, of Goosebumps. And with this one, I will, with On the Banks of Plum Grove, I admit there was on the, the straw, chapter, the straw stack chapter, I had to read the last few without listening to it because I couldn't take the idea of hearing the father scold. Like, I hate conflict, and I'm better reading it than listening to it. But yeah, in a sense, she was sort of right. She didn't say not to roll in it, but that's the thing with Laura. You would think, right, that it's implied not to do something that similar. Like he said, not to slide down it. But yeah, you're still, in the end, I don't think they were really punished. At least it didn't say they were punished. They were scalded, but his eyes twinkled when she said, well, we rolled in it. Right? And he said, just don't go anywhere near it. Don't touch it. And they didn't. They only went near it in the next chapter to protect it. And that was okay. Right? They didn't, they didn't do it to disobey him. They did it to try to save it. And that was, again, to him, they were praised for that. But yeah, so Laura, does it have to be completely, okay, I shouldn't scold her because I am like that. I need to be told directly not to do this, not to do that, what to be expected of. With Laura, though, really, do you have to be clearly say, don't go near it? I don't know. Well, guys, I am playing a little more of Sticky Business. It was a while since I played anything. And I only got a few notes here, so it's so awesome. So, better get on to it.
The next day.
Well, guys, it is probably past 6 a.m. Monday morning, and I forgot to end the vlog yesterday, so I'm going to add this clip to end this week's vlog. I guess, just things were crazy. Yeah, yesterday, I'll kind of narrate back a little bit. After I played a bit of Sticky Business, I played a little bit. I'm trying to, maybe I'll get a walkthrough, figure out how to finish the last 3 stories, but I did get an achievement for seeing all the stories. So, I didn't finish them, but I saw them all, I guess. So, I just have to figure out how to go further in it. I tried to edit a little bit of Life Without a Filter 16, and, well, that I got a little bit of Thursday done. It's just, I swear, guys, I'm close to Friday. I'm trying to catch up, and again, a lot has happened in this last week. I didn't even get the sweep done. That always means money for me. So I lost a week worth of $14 worth of money. Right? And that's usually where I always kept on top. But I did also go for a couple walks to Timmy's, right, and got some reading done and a little exercise and lost a pound. So that's something. So I just wanted to kind of give you an ending to the vlog because I'm like, oh, son of a... Usually I do, but it just slipped my mind this week. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel and like what you see, please subscribe and help this channel a lot. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you know when new videos are coming out. And I'll see you guys in my next video.